We're back. All right. Today we are putting a bed cover on Fat Jimmy. Fat Jimmy's gonna get a bed cover. The bed cover that we have selected is the Real Truck BAK Revolver. Now, why are we using the Real Truck BAK Revolver? It's kind of a Goldilocks, find the middle between a hard shell tonneau cover and a soft shell cover. It's got some great features on it that I like very much. Nice soft top, but then it's got interlocking links on the inside. So if everything that I've read, everything that I've looked at online is correct, I should be able to knock this thing out here today. I need that because I'm driving up to Lehigh, Utah in 2 days, Memorial Day. And so I need this thing to not take a very long time. So I'll be filming it. I just got a couple of rails and I've got the actual cover itself. So we will see. Lydia, do you think it's gonna get done?
Maybe. I don't know.
Lydia's sick. Lydia's not feeling well. All right, well, we begin by reviewing the factory recap. Here we go. If you take anything away from this, let it be this. This was a very simple install, and it's really easy. Just popping these off and then getting it ready for me to put the railings on the side. Quick side note, though. Look, of all the things that Toyota does right, these weird, super bulky tie-down things that they put on the railings, I don't get these at all. I took them off to install these rails, and I don't intend to ever put these back on. I'll just tie onto the hooks in the floor of the bed. But, yeah, don't like them. Now, try not to mock me too bad here. This is my effort to be more engaging, I guess, as I put hardware together, but it really is as simple as I'm making it out to be. Bolt, washer, and then this little piece of hardware that slides right into the railing. Once you get these all slid up into there, you'll see here in just a second, you just take the railing that's provided by the manufacturer and you just put it right on over the top and then line up those pieces of hardware on the inside, and that's how you hook it up to the inside. I'll show you in a second the clamps that are used to hold this to the bed. I used to drive a pickup truck for a construction company, and man, they used to have those massive clamps on the tonneau covers to hold them down. The clamps they've got now are so much more low profile and so out of the way. It's awesome. It's an awesome evolution. Now, this next part's something I do want to talk about. After I tighten this down, the railings are on there, and there's really no more adjusting I have to do. But you're going to see me right now take an old t-shirt and wipe down the front of the bed of this truck. The reason I'm wiping it down, it's just soap and water, and then I use some isopropyl alcohol to just make sure it's super clean. And then I put this foam with an adhesive right along the front of the, I forget what they call it, the bulkhead, right along the front of the bulkhead of the bed. And I presume it's to help assist with water, not proofing, but just, keeping water out of the bed as much as possible. If you watch any other guys do these videos on how to do these tonneau covers, they all want to show you that, it's not that waterproof, and I'm going to put a GoPro inside the bed of my truck and go through a car wash and show you it's not waterproof. Well, who the freak thinks that this is going to be waterproof, and who is looking for that? I mean, I'm not putting the Ark of the Covenant inside of this thing and trying to keep it safe from the elements. I mean, I'm just trying to make it so I can haul crap in the bed of my truck and not have it blow out on the freeway. But anyways, yeah, not waterproof, water resistant, I would say. But yeah, here's what it looks like. Here's your foam adhesive that goes on the front, and I'm happy with it. So after I made a failed attempt to hold the top rail up by myself and I cut my finger wide open, I asked Lydia to come and help me hold this up while I put the clamps on. But once I got one clamp on, I could do the rest of it myself. Once again, super easy. And I need to hit the gym. I am fat. Once the top railing was on, I was able to grab the actual cover itself and make a very sloppy attempt to get it to lay on top of the tracks, and then it was just a matter of sliding a couple of bolts into the T-channels, into the actual cover itself, and it lines up perfectly with a bracket underneath. And then I crawled up underneath there, used some knobs that they provided, and then bingo zingo, thing was hooked in. All right, it's installed, and unlike most things that I do on these projects, I did it right the first time, and I didn't even have to readjust. This actually turned out to be really, really simple. So it just unrolls like this, falls down at the end, snaps in, and it's firm. I love this thing. I've got to put the bumpers in right now at the back so that when it's rolled up, it doesn't break my windows out. But here, look, get down here and look at this. To unlock it, I just pull the levers and it just lets it go. Roll this thing up here, and then all the way up to the window. Yeah, it's great. So I'm going to put some little bumpers in here right now, and that'll make sure that it doesn't tap against the window when I'm driving. But yeah, this is pretty awesome stuff. Really excited about it.
A few moments later.
I'm still going to put the bumpers in, but I've got this thing now strapped up. It's all strapped in and everything else, and I can't see a scenario in which this thing could hit the glass. I mean, I'm sure someone's going to watch this and be like, yeah, that thing will definitely hit the glass. I don't know. I'm trying to move it. It's got quite a gap on it, but I'll put the little bumpers on right now, but I'm not worried at all that it's going to come in contact with the cab. They try to make these things universal, I'm sure, for all vehicle makes and models, and maybe it just didn't need it on the Tacoma, but I'll do it right now. It's just some basic foam pads with some adhesive on the back. Just make sure that if it came in contact with the glass, it would hit that, not the metal. Well, as I'm getting ready to wrap up, look, nobody likes to complain more than me when it comes to new products and trying to see if it's going to work for my needs and everything. And especially when you pay a premium for something, you want it to not just work well, but also look good. It's a little bit irritated by this. It's got this funky ribboning, and I was about to complain. I was about to just whine about how it looks a little bit derpy, but alas, the good people at BAK Revolver, they tell me that if I take a heat gun to that and just gently go over it, it'll just smooth that thing out. So before I say adieu, a quick heat gunning. Now I will give them credit. This did work pretty well. Perfection was the goal, and it wasn't perfect, but for my purposes, for all intents and purposes, it did do a pretty good job. So just taking the heat gun to it, it flattened out the plastic quite a bit, and what little bit is still wavy, I can live with that. So anyways. Well, that's it for this one. Couple of thoughts about it. One of the best things about this thing is that it was super easy to install. Better yet, the security. I'm sure that if somebody wanted to get in here bad enough to take an angle grinder, you can get inside of it. But if I'm going to work or I'm going somewhere and I just want to be able to put a bunch of stuff in the bed of my truck and not worry about it for the day, once I've got the tailgate shut, the only way to pop this thing open is to break through it, which would take a lot of work. And frankly, that's what I wanted. But it's great, it's beautiful, it's really heavy duty, metal slats on the inside. Also, it looks nice, which is what I wanted. So anyways, that's it for episode whatever for Wilbury Overland. Took out the traveling Wilbury yesterday and came back this morning, and it was awesome success. Learning new things every time about things that I need to do different on the trailer. So working on that. Next update's probably going to be the fridge, maybe the water. I don't know. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Like and subscribe.